So sometimes you have files that have a particular ownership and you want to adjust the ownership. So this is just a student file, and this video right here, Allow Flash, I want it to actually be my ownership and not the student's ownership anymore. So if I click once on this, then that highlights it in blue, and all of a sudden do you see I have these new menus? So this is where I can get the share. I can also right click, which is a shortcut menu, and the share option comes here. So a lot of times people double click and they're in the file, but you can do this from not within the file. So I'm going to click the share button, and I need to go to advanced to switch ownership. The only person that can change the ownership is the person that owns it, so no one else can change it. So this one right now doesn't have anyone else on it, so I have to add the other person. So I'm going to add me, and then once I've done that, I can hit save. And so now if I go back into the share, then you can see it's shared with Beth Donahue. Now I still need to go to the advanced. So now that I've shared it, I need to switch the ownership. So you can see it says is owner here. If I click on that down arrow, I can make that person the owner. So now Beth Donahue is the owner, the student is not the owner anymore, and then I'd have to save the changes. And it says, are you sure? And I say yes. So now if I went back in, I have editing access, and Beth Donahue's the owner. Now I can also hit the X here if I don't even want to have this at all in my drive. If I don't want to have access to it anymore, I can hit the X to delete myself because I have edit access. And then if I hit save changes, and they'll say, are you sure? I'm not going to be able to edit it anymore. And I say yes. So now I don't have, my name's not on this at all. I'm going to hit done. And I'm not going to be able to get into that file anymore. So this hasn't refreshed yet, but if I try and access the file, it can't preview it for me because I don't own that file anymore. And it would actually just be in the teacher file. And the teacher would actually get an email. So whoever is receiving that will see an email, and I'll show you that in 1 second. So not only did I get the original message to say that they shared the file with me because I did not uncheck it, but I also get this message that transfer of ownership. So it tells me that the student made me the owner of this file, and it's now going to appear in my drive. So that's how you switch ownership if you want to get a file to somebody else. And if you mistakenly get someone else's recording, that's how you switch the ownership over to them. And you can certainly keep yourself on the file still if you should have access to it. And if not, just send it over to the person and delete yourself out.